Hey everybody. Last week, Hindenburg issued their first significant update to H2. This update features the typical bug fixes and small changes, but it has two big improvements. One improvement, which only applies to perpetual license owners like myself, is that we can now purchase transcription hours directly from our account page on the Hindenburg site. But sadly, it sounds like the transcription hours are still a use it or lose it affair. But the big announcement in this release is the new light mode. It seemed odd to me they would release H2 in dark mode without an option for a light mode. So I was pleasantly surprised to see this, because when I asked about this during the beta test, I was told, "We are currently looking into this, but I can't promise anything." The contrast on dark mode just didn't meet accessibility standards in some places. That can make it a little difficult for some users to be able to see everything they need. Light mode provides an accessible option for those that need better contrast. I feel this is a good step towards making Hindenburg 2 more usable. They responded to one of my questions asking about the search function in the manuscript. They said they have improvements coming to that soon. As it stands right now, we can only search for one word at a time. This makes it really difficult to find what you're looking for unless you happen to be searching for a unique word like aardvark. There are still two things that keep me from using the manuscript function in Hindenburg. The first is that the transcription hours don't roll over. My client and recording schedules are not predictable, so I might use 4 hours this month and 12 hours the next. So it's tough for me to justify this cost when the hours don't roll over. The other thing that keeps me from using it is the inability to use transcripts that we all have access to from other sources. Free transcripts are everywhere these days. It would be nice if Hindenburg would let us import them, like Descript has allowed their users to do for years. I'm not sure at this point if I would end up using the manuscript feature if they solved these two problems. I've had to find other ways of accomplishing this style of working when I need a transcript, and I think Hindenburg may have lost out on some users by ignoring the overall experience of the perpetual license holders, even though some of us might be their biggest advocates. Let's hope we see more updates to solve some of the other areas that could use some attention. The biggest two that come to mind for me are increase the number of plugin slots and make it so that plugins don't hijack the play button. There is nothing more aggravating than needing to start or stop audio quickly only to find out the spacebar won't do its job because a plugin window is open. I'm not sure why this hasn't been changed yet, and I can't be the only one who has had an issue with this behavior. So all in all, this is a good update for Hindenburg. It doesn't address everything, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. I should probably also mention that I believe when I made an earlier video reviewing Hindenburg, I'd been having some issues where I was being forced to log in multiple times a week. Working with Hindenburg's tech support, we've been able to figure out where that bug was coming from, and it's been resolved. I haven't had to log in a couple of months. I hope you found this video helpful, and I'll talk to you next time.